I'm Ed Gerhardt, and this is my Breedlove Revival Dreadnought guitar. This was made for me, I believe, in 2009. It's been my main guitar ever since. It's a lovely Dreadnought-sized guitar, very simply appointed. It's more ginger than Marianne, if you know what I'm saying. Adirondack spruce top, quilted sapele back and sides. It's really beautiful. Sounds a bit like a cross between mahogany and walnut. So it's punchy and very dry, but it's got a nice sense of roundness to the low end, and the treble strings are nice and fat. Ebony fingerboard and bridge, your usual appointments. Normally a Dreadnought guitar, like a traditional Martin-style Dreadnought, which I believe the Revival series was based on, would have a concentric plastic circle, a set of concentric rings. I just went with this traditional Breedlove rosette, the wood spoked rosette they call it, and I love the way it looks. It's really stable. It sounds good. It amplifies really well. It's been a really trouble-free guitar. It's been my road pal, and will continue to be for a long time to come, I'm sure. Inside the guitar, there's a Fishman Matrix under the saddle, and a Joe Mills condenser mic, a little miniature condenser mic inside the guitar, and it's sort of pointing up at this section of the guitar right there. Also, I have two jacks of the guitar. I like to Frankenstein all my Rogue guitars to some degree. On the other jack, I don't really use the pickups on that jack anymore. There was a Fishman SBT, which is a soundboard transducer, probably right around in here somewhere, near the bridge plate. And there's a jack inside the guitar that can attach a Sunrise or some kind of magnetic pickup or anything that'll plug into an 1/8-inch mini jack. Lately, I've just been using the Fishman Matrix and the Joe Mills and been getting a very satisfactory sound out of that. I don't mind the piezo sound so much. Once you learn how to control it, you have to learn how to play so that it sounds good. But once you learn that, it's capable of producing a very good sound. Not too much twang, not too much quack. The Joe Mills helps put some air in the sound and helps ameliorate some of the discomfort you get when you're playing that sort of quacky, airless type of stuff. A little air in there helps it sound more natural. I think these are Godot 510s on the back there. My favorite tuners. The binding on this guitar is bloodwood, and I think bloodwood is my favorite binding wood. It just trims out any kind of guitar really nicely. The strings I use are D'Addario phosphor bronze strings. They're my favorite strings of all time. I used to have to customize a set. I'd get a set of light gauge strings and then replace the top two and the bottom string with medium gauge. And now they make a set that's configured that way. It's called the EJ24. So it's a medium gauge, low E and high E and B, and then these three, the A, D, and G, are light gauge. And to me, the set feels perfectly balanced and it sounds perfectly balanced. It's the ultimate. Because I tune down a half step, and if you're using any kinds of tunings where you're lowering the top strings, you may want to consider using a slightly heavier treble string. It'll hold its tone a little bit better, a little bit more solid than a real skinny string. That's been my finding anyway. So that's been sort of a mini tour of my Breedlove Revival Series guitar. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you can find one to play for yourself.